Oh, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Tuck Rule Takes episode 176. Episode 176 of Tuck Rule Takes. Holy shit, dude.
With the
That's a
original
lot.
crew, no less.
That's a lot, yeah.
I've been here for, I would say, just about. You've definitely been here for, I would say, 98% of
Almost all of them, yeah.
And I would say I'm not far off. I'm probably in like the 85% range.
Yeah, I was going to say, you probably, like, if we were to put numbers, like you want to do round ones, like we'll say I'd miss 5 episodes, you probably missed, what, like 8? I don't think
I would say 8.
I think we've pretty much been here. You know, the best ability is availability.
Damn right, baby.
It took me a second to get that out.
Yeah, it's all right. Words are tough.
But yeah, if you're watching, you can see there's only 2 of us here. The OGs, like Liam said. Liam's here. I'm Mike. Al is out this week. He will be back next week, though, for the
after
for the
that
draft
outlandish
episode.
stuff he was saying last episode. We just decided to move forward without Al. We're like,
I don't know, man.
You've been caught. Yeah, we
and
handed
then
him his
he said-
papers.
we brought up Tet McMillan. Actually, no, we'll just jump right into it then.
Yeah.
First topic. Tet McMillan, I guess, is going to be meeting with the Patriots. That's something that Liam's excited about. I'm pretty hyped up about, but we sent that to the group chat. And what Al say? Boring. He said yawn. He sent a boring GIF.
Yeah.
Why is that? So I asked him, just curiosity. Why is that boring? Because I need to know. I need to know what level of anger I needed to like show him. And he was like, I don't want another big body, slow receiver. Yeah. What do you say? You got it.
Another big body receiver, question mark, N'Keal Harry 2.0. Scorned Patriots fan here.
Dude. I want your reaction to Al and Tet, but let me just say, N'Keal Harry and Tet McMillan are not the same. N'Keal Harry was never, ever considered the best receiver in his draft class.
No.
And he also just doesn't have the tape that Tet McMillan had. But whatever. Your response to Al's comments, and then obviously Tet McMillan coming to visit the Patriots.
I get it. Like, I totally understand where he's coming from, but like I said, he's a scorned Patriots fan. Like, I understand once you've been hurt, once you feel like you're going to get hurt again, the Patriots, not a fucking murderer's row of drafting wide receivers. I totally get it. But with that mindset, any wide receiver we draft going forward, if you just have that mindset, you're just setting yourself up for misery and disaster. You can't be happy about anything because the past has been so good. Whenever that situation rolls around again, if they were to take Tet McMillan, Al will be N'Keal Harry 2.0 until camp comes around. And I know Al, he's rational. He'll warm up a little bit. First preseason game, he'll show some hope, but he'll probably do kind of the Mac Jones thing where it'll take him through the whole year for him to actually admit that, maybe this guy doesn't suck. And even then, N'Keal Harry in his first year wasn't the worst player I've ever seen. So then Al will have to talk himself into, teetering on his opinions on this guy for probably close to 2 years. So it definitely seems like a miserable existence by Al. I'm more than ready to get hurt. Like, I'm totally fine with that. The N'Keal Harry thing, swing and a miss. I totally get it. But the way I look at it is, like, for each N'Keal Harry high-profile receiver that we draft, we take college quarterbacks and make them defensive backs and make them wide receivers and finals MVPs. And, like, we're making fucking gold out of shit. So for each late round pick that ended up being a stud, and there are many of them, I will take the first round failures, even though the price is so high on a first round pick and it's devastating. Trust me, I wasn't psyched about the N'Keal Harry thing too. I just think if the Patriots going to do that and make sick players out of nothing, that's the price you pay. I'm willing to do it.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not like the N'Keal Harry thing was one of those ones where it was like, oh well, shit, in Belichick we trust, It's like I guess no one had him going this high, but you look at the tape, you can kind of see maybe what Belichick saw. That's not what this is with Tet McMillan. Like his only drawback is that he had a slow 40 time, or like a slower 40 time, but like whatever. Like, I mean, and still, I think his 40 time was what, like 4, I don't know. I'll look it up in a second, but it's not like he was running like a 5.7. Like he's not running offensive line numbers out there, I feel like he has the skill, he has the talent, he's the consensus, even more so than Travis Hunter. Pure number one wide receiver prospect. I know Matthew Golden's been going in there. What's his name? Emeka Ibuka is in there as well. But no, Tet
Okay,
McMillan.
so I got his numbers here.
Yes, what is it?
So Tet ran a 4.48, which actually in the grand scheme of things isn't that bad.
It's not
But I
bad.
looked up, I was like, who's a wide receiver that I love that I know isn't fast but was awesome? So I looked up Anquan Bolden's 40 time.
Hmm.
Take a guess.
Same thing.
No, 4.71. Slower.
Oh shit.
Slower. So like I'm not worried about it. If we're getting a Anquan Bolden type guy who's just going to be a possession guy, he's just going to get open using skill. Fucking so be it. And in fact, Ted's taller and has a bit
Yeah,
more measurables.
he's better, and I'm pretty sure AJ Brown ran like a 4.48, if I remember seeing correctly, or something like
Did
that. So
he?
like he's right in there along with everybody. And again, we're talking the difference between like
Four
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 nine.
four four
So
nine.
so no, almost no difference with Ted.
Like yeah, there's no and it's also there's such thing as combine speed and then game speed. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like I whatever, man. This is like the Will Campbell stuff all over again. Watch the
Yeah.
tape.
It's the same thing. That was a big drawback on Gronk when they drafted him. And like,
Hmm.
trust me, I went to a handful of Patriots games watching Gronk live. He doesn't look fast, but he
No.
breaks away. He's always streaking toward the end zone and people are behind him. Doesn't make any sense, but he
Mhm.
is. Like you said, it's football speed.
Yeah, you don't need. And I know, like right now, and I think we've all said it too. We want the team to be fast. You want fast players. You want that skill. And I get it because Al was like, I want like a guy, and he brought up a guy we'll talk about soon, Chris Olave. He's like, we get like a smaller, faster, whatever guy, but like you can't have speed at every position. Like I don't want to sacrifice talent just for speed. Like
Yeah.
Hollywood Brown, very fast,
Yeah.
but
Lightning.
like not McCole Hardman fast, but like
Yeah.
he's not gonna light anything up. I don't even know why I'm referencing those people with Tet
Yeah.
McMillan, but
But no, like, I think it's like the archetype where it's like, at least in my mind, it's always been a stereotype. Like the super fast guys don't have great hands, and the
yeah,
super slow guys have unbelievable hands. And like
yep,
that's just how I've always, thought about it, at least
same
growing
here.
up.
Yep.
But then, like as you get older, like you realize there are different types of receivers. Like
Mhm.
Larry Fitzgerald and Anquan Bolden played together on the same team. They were completely different receivers, both kind of possession guys, sure-handed guys, but
Yeah,
they're just different types of receivers. Antonio Brown and who's another stud? Like Antonio Brown and Randy
Calvin
Moss.
Johnson.
Yeah, Calvin Johnson.
like,
They don't even look like the same person, and they're
mhm.
just completely different. Like Terrell Owens and any of the studs that you can think of offhand.
Marvin Harrison. If you want to say
Yeah,
Marvin Harrison,
Marvin
To
Harrison.
like
Yeah,
they're all different but similar in a way. Like, can you catch the
yeah,
ball? Can you play?
and they're all effective doing different things.
Mhm. Yeah, no, you don't need to like the burner guys. There's definitely a place for them in the NFL, but
Yeah,
let's not act like Tet McMillan is a big like risk. Like you said, I'd be happy. Say somehow he gets on the Patriots, and there's still next week we'll talk about it because that's going to be the draft episode. We'll see. We'll kind of go through our official mock drafts. But if the Patriots were to draft Tet McMillan with the fourth or the sixth or the ninth pick, whatever it happened to be there, I don't think anybody would be like, whoa, I don't know. Like people, you'd say, okay, this is a good pick. Regardless if
yeah.
it works out or not, the pick itself is good. Now, what the player
People would
develops
definitely
into,
say it's a reach, but like also like suck a dick. Like if he's the best receiver in the draft right now, bar none, it seems pretty close. Like
mhm,
then you take the guy. Granted, they said that about Marvin Harrison Jr. last year. And who was the other receiver that was really, really good? There was another wide receiver who played just as well. Of
forget.
course, that escapes me right now.
Yeah, I
But
forget his name.
Marvin actually, unfortunately, did have an underwhelming season. But I do think
Yeah,
like
on the
clear cut out
Cardinals.
of all the receivers here, it's always situation based too, because it depends on who goes to a good team. But overall,
Mhm.
I think Ted seems like the slam dunk best wide receiver in this draft.
Yeah, yeah, I think he's one of the, like you said, I guess you could call it a reach, but like, is it a reach if you like if people projected
I
him to
just
go
know
at
people would say
12 and
that. I would
you're
fucking take him at 4 and sleep soundly that night.
I
I
would
don't
too.
care. but people would be pissed.
And you know what the thing is? I was thinking about this because I heard someone talking about it on some show. I don't remember what, but the point kind of, I heard it and I was like, holy shit, this kind of makes sense. When you're saying like, hey, like, is Tet McMillan, is Will Campbell, are they a fourth overall pick type guy? Or like, or are they, should they more be in the 12th or whatever? What are you basing that on? Because every
Yes.
draft, you gotta base it in its own thing. In this year's draft, like people saying, if Cam Ward came out, last year, he wouldn't even be in the top, or like whatever. If Joe Milton
Yeah.
came out this year, he'd be a top five quarterback. Like, just you have to look at these drafts how they are. And
Yeah.
you got to see who's picking who, what that person needs. I know everybody's saying the Patriots could take Tyler Warren, tight end. That'd be
Oh, that would
great.
be so
But like
sick.
when you're that high, why not take a big swing on a position you need?
Yeah,
So like
100%. With
I
that one,
just
we're
never
all set.
understood. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
we
which is
don't
a
we
tough
don't need
one.
that.
Yeah, because he's perfect. Like he can truly do
Very good.
everything. His tape, I think I texted you guys in the group chat. I was watching his
Hmm.
tape a couple weeks ago, and it was just magic. It was like the first time my dad sat me down as a kid and threw on the Beatles. I was like, this is just, it just hits you in a way where you're like, I just feel so warm and comfortable. Like finally getting in your car and going home after a long day, like just a comfort that exudes over you. And I really love the Tyler Warren tape, but I'm afraid to fall victim to it because of Kyle Pitts. And that's where I
Hmm.
relate with Al with what he said earlier. Like Kyle Pitts ate shit on that one, and it was a bad one. But if the Patriots had taken Gronk or whoever that team was who had the fourth overall pick of Gronk's draft in 2010, if they took Gronk with the fourth pick, they would have been fucking all set. It would have
They
been
look like
good.
geniuses. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they would have got crucified on draft day. But like, yeah, so it's all
Yeah.
relative in the grand scheme of things. But you're right. You got to compare it to the cast of characters you have around you for that particular draft. Like there's a rule, like you don't take running backs early, you don't take them in the top
Yep.
10 anymore. Most of the time you
Hmm.
don't even take them in the first round unless they're like Bijan. And I think he was even in the teens. But then Saquon Barkley goes number 2 overall to the Giants. I bet Giants fans would do that all over again, even though their team sucked.
Yep.
And then as an Eagles fan that we have him now, I would take Saquon Barkley second overall. He's a monster.
You talked about being crucified. I gotta say something. I don't know how you're gonna feel about it. I don't really care about the Beatles.
Yeah, I don't either. Like I
Whew.
like I do. Like I like them for what they're like they are a cultural icon.
You
I
respect
am
them for what they did.
yes,
Yep.
I'm madly in love with some songs, but super indifferent on most of them. Like
Yeah.
some of them are just awesome. Like Sergeant Pepper's banger of a song. Like Get Back, really, really good. They
I don't
have
even
some
know
songs.
those.
Yeah, I like Helter Skelter just because it has kind of an end
Yep.
of the world doom
Yep. I know
feeling to
Helter
it. Like,
Skelter. Yep.
yeah, so like some of them are just really good, and then some of them just completely miss. Like In My Life, the song In My Life by the
Mhm.
Beatles, like I hope that's playing at my funeral. That's a just a beautiful song. But like it actually won't. I already have my plan
You
written
already
out
got it
for my
ready.
funeral
That's
for
good.
and whatnot. Yeah, it's one song, a quick ceremony. I want all my loved ones gathered around. I want them to be cremated. I want my ashes packed into a cannon and shot over the Colorado mountain range while playing Spirit in the Sky by Todd Rundgren.
So you've been thinking about that.
Yeah.
How long have you known that this is what you
I
want to do?
I wrote the itinerary out in 2019.
Okay.
So it's
The
step by
itinerary, like it's
yeah,
a
step
trip.
by step. Yeah. So at this time the party guests arrive. This time, I don't want them to completely cremate all of me. So I want some of my lifeless body to still be intact so you can wrap it around the keg to keep it cold. But for the most part, half of me is going to be cremated and shot over the mountains. So I'm going to be used to keep the beers cold. The guests obviously all arrive. Everything's all decked out and nice. And then, after an hour, hour and a half, when people mingle, they are escorted outside for my ceremony. And my star-crossed lover or my best friend, who I've had since kindergarten, will then pack my ashes into a cannon, play the song, and the ceremony will commence. I'll be
Gotcha.
fired off, and then the celebration begins.
Okay. I mean, hey, listen, I think we kind of have differently. I've told anybody that would listen, hey, when I go, cheapest way possible. You can have a ceremony thing. My body itself, fucking glad bag, throw it in the trash.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
don't
like, I
I
don't
don't
care.
don't spend money on my thing. Like if you want to do something, definitely have something because I am still like a little bit of a narcissist.
Yeah,
So I
like
need
I'm
some
special.
sort
Yeah.
of I need some sort of thing going on. But
You're gonna get
don't make
somebody
it
busted for a fake murder though, when they find your corpse in the trash can. They're gonna
good.
be like,
I
"Oh my
hope
God."
so. I hope
Yeah.
so. And
Pin,
I'm
pin
gonna
a note on it
instruct
to somebody you hate. You're like, somebody did this.
I'm going to instruct everybody that if that comes up, play along with it. Be like, oh
A
my
hundred
God,
percent.
we've been looking for him. We've been trying to find out what's going. I don't know what
He's been gone
I
for months.
the cats are running around the house asking where is he, what's going on. I don't know. And
Oh,
now he's in neighbor John's trash can. Like that'd be oh my God.
we always knew he was a skeevy guy. He plays
That
loud
yeah,
EDM
we
at
knew.
3 in the morning. Yeah, we always knew he killed Mike.
Like damn,
Take
damn.
him
Look at all
away.
fucking mangled up in
Yeah,
there.
like while he's at it, he can fix the fence too. That fell over onto our lawn.
All right, too much death. We don't need to talk about death
Yeah,
anymore. All right, but yeah, that was the Tet McMillan news. I forgot to even write that down, but kind of a perfect segue with Al's bullshit to lead us into that. Yeah, I'd be happy with it though. Thumbs up, thumbs down. We're both thumbs up on Tet
yeah,
McMillan, right?
big time.
I think
Yeah,
it fills a
yeah.
need. Good blue chip type prospect.
I get
Solid.
stuck on it though, because like we do need offense, like an offensive line. We need it bad. And like,
Mhm.
do I want box office? Or do I want practicality? I like to think in real life, I always lean toward box office. So on this show, I will lean toward box office. But I know practicality wise, we need an offensive lineman. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter how many pretty weapons you have if you don't have fucking time to throw them. And I haven't been blown away by any of the offensive line signings. I like them. They're fine. They're certainly better than what we got. Fucking
Mhm.
anyone's an upgrade, but
Yeah.
like a nice young tackle from the SEC with arms just a wee shorter than most people would expect. It'll catch even the defensive lineman off guard. They're gonna think he's got short arms. Then boom, all of a sudden he hits them with pass pro. Our offensive tackles grabbing grass, and
Yeah.
they have no idea what to do.
Or they're going to be so shocked that his arms are that small. They're going to be
Mm,
just appalled. They're going to be, frozen
yeah.
in space. And then that's how he gets them.
They won't be able to do
Um,
anything. See him hit
that
a
since
reach
we're,
block, they'll be like, wow, those are really
yeah,
short.
be like, holy shit, is T-Rex
Yeah.
blocking me? Since we're on the draft, we'll talk about it too. I guess, as we know, Cam Ward pretty much going to be the
Lock.
first overall pick for the
Generational
Titans.
quarterback.
Next pick, the Browns. Now, it's come out where they may or may not had wanted to take Shador or Travis Hunter, but the Browns did make a signing. They signed Joe Flacco. So that's leading everybody to believe that they're going to be going for either Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter, most likely Travis Hunter, because Abdul Carter visited with the Jets. He took a picture of what was it? Lawrence Taylor, I think, was in the poster that he took a
Yeah.
picture of and posted or something. So just because of that, people are thinking that he's going to end up signing there or getting drafted there. So it turns out Travis Hunter would end up going to Cleveland. Do you think that Joe Flacco getting signed by the Browns, 1 year deal, I think it's 4 million or 4 million guaranteed, or either way, not a huge deal. Do you think that takes them out of the Shador Sanders sweepstakes and it's pretty much going to be Travis Hunter? Or do you think that there's still room? Because right now they have him and Pickett, I believe,
Yeah.
as their two quarter. Obviously Deshaun Watson too, but he's
Yeah.
kind of
He's,
persona non grata over there. So
yeah.
do you
And the
think that
GM's
Shador
come out and said that he
Sanders?
hates him.
What do you
Uh,
think?
the Browns just in the last 2 weeks have instantly become the biggest mystery in the draft. Like, no one has
Yeah.
any fucking idea what they're doing. In fact, and everything I'm about to say, all my assumptions about the Cleveland Browns, I'm just going to put a footnote on it. It's the Cleveland Browns.
We have no clue.
They're probably going to do the stupidest thing possible, and I'm going to try and think logically. If I was running a football team, this is what I would do. But obviously, the people who live in Cleveland, they just sit around and breathe in smog from all the steel mills and the years of Standard Oil abuse that has gone on in that shit fuck city, and they're all just clearly have smoke in their brains and they're completely
Hmm.
confused, so they won't make any logical decisions. It's a marvel if they even make it to the stadium on draft day to do the
God
proper
damn.
draft analysis. But if I was the Cleveland Browns, like, yeah, I would say Joe Flacco does not mean they're not going to take a quarterback. They love Joe Flacco when they had him, but they still didn't start him. Eventually, he
Hmm.
started, went on a magical run. They chose not to re-sign him, and now 2 years later, they're picking him up. I can't imagine 2 years after that magical run picking up a quarterback who's what, 36, 37? Like, he's fucking old. I love him dearly. I have the highest regard for Joe Flacco. I think he's a monster. I still think he could perform, but I think they're looking at,
He's
2 years
40.
ago. He's 40.
He's
Jesus
40. He turns
Christ,
40
Flacco.
this year.
Yeah, exactly. So now he's on the
Woo!
Tom Brady trajectory. He's going to break a lot of records, actually, as a quarterback after 40.
Probably.
But
Yep. Yep.
100%. But they picked him up 2 years ago. They didn't see him as a starter. What's to say that 2 years later they're going to see him as a starter? Like, I
Mhm.
just I have no reason to believe that they would go, "Yep, we got our guy. He's 40 years old. He'll be here for a year." Like, yeah, no, I don't think that's the option. They totally could take a quarterback. But in classic Browns fashion, like I said, they could fucking punt on the quarterback idea, draft Abdul Carter, and then just roll in and be like, yep, this 40-year-old dude's going to sling it around the yard for us. Let's see what happens.
I mean, if they take, say they took Abdul Carter, I don't see the Giants taking Shador Sanders. I would see them
Yeah. So
taking
you
Travis
said Shador posted something about Lawrence Taylor.
Abdul Carter did. He posted
Oh,
something about
Abdul
Lawrence
Carter.
Taylor because he
Okay.
was there. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't,
Uh,
but see again, the players are playing the same games that the teams are playing.
of
They're
course.
doing the
Yeah, yeah.
I might go here, and whatever, just to stir up
Yeah.
something,
No
talk,
one knows
whatever it
shit.
is. I don't know, but I don't think like say Sanders is on the board, the Browns are about to pick. I could see them picking him because either way, you got Kenny Pickett's going to be your third quarterback. Every team needs a third one. That's what he's going to end up being. Joe Flacco could either be your starter, say Sanders doesn't develop enough in the preseason or
Yeah.
whatever, you don't want to start him right away. Or he can just be that veteran backup that every young quarterback needs. So I don't think, and I know the second this signing happened, Al Al gave up all his hopes and dreams on Travis Hunter getting to the
Which is
Patriots.
good. I'm glad.
Yeah,
Cut
because
ties.
we do need him to just get off that because I don't think
Yeah.
it's going to be Travis Hunter. I think it's either going to
I
be Abdul Carter or Will Campbell.
Yes. I love him with all my heart. He listens to too much talk radio, too much Felger and Maz. All that stuff is just it's in his veins. It's toxic. It's
Mhm.
it's an awful kind of football cancer that you don't want. I almost think it's transmittable by breathing and intoxicated air. So I try
No,
not
that's
to
why
see
I'm
him
down
as
here.
much.
That's why
Yeah,
I'm down
100%.
here.
It's
Yep.
smart. I try not to see him as much because of it. Because it's just such a casual take. Like, yeah, let's get the Heisman winner. Yeah, dude, real fucking original thought. Everyone wants the Heisman winner. You know how many Heisman winners work out? Not that fucking many of them. Like
No.
Marcus Mariota, he was okay. He actually had a really good year, and then they still let him go. Jameis Winston, box office for all the wrong
Yeah,
reasons.
but
Cam
not,
Newton,
yeah.
the only one that worked out.
Hmm.
Adrian Peterson, that one worked out. But for the
Yep.
most part, Sam Bradford, boom, sucked, wasn't
Nah.
good. A lot of them don't even make it to the league. Yeah, Johnny Manziel, that's its own story, but
Yep.
there's so many Heisman winners that just don't fucking work out. Joe Burrow worked out, so it's a complete
Hmm.
roll of the dice. But it's just like it's the most casual fan take in the world to be like, oh, this guy's so exciting. Oh my god, he plays two sides of the ball. Oh my god, he won the Heisman. We have to get him. Like, dude, practicality wise, when he gets to the league, he's just gonna be like every other player.
Yeah, he's not going to play both. I still don't think he's going to play both sides of the ball. And then when you look at it like that,
No.
I'm sick of the of hearing people say, there's really only two blue chip talents in this draft. I don't care if you get a blue chip talent or not. Like I
Yeah.
get it. Travis Hunter, like he's seen as a can't miss. It's basically him, Cam Ward, and Abdul Carter are all seen as like these can't miss guys. Odds are two of them are going to end up missing.
Yes. A
So
hundred
like
percent.
if we're going strictly on that, like your top three picks, two of them are not going to pan out. Like one
No.
might be good, one's going to be a bust, and one's going to maybe live up to what he is. Who's to say if that's Travis Hunter? First of all, like if you want him to play both sides, that's almost like when running backs come in and people are starting to talk about Ashton Genty like this too. He's
Yes.
touched the ball so much, the
Yes.
wear and tear on his body. This is kind of the same thing with Travis Hunter, where he's been playing both sides so much, which is great. He's been good at both. But what happens when you get to the NFL and now you're learning pro level offenses and defenses? People
Yes.
say how difficult it is. Like you want to talk about Josh McDaniels' offense. People say it's difficult, it's a little overblown, but you still have to learn this intricate offense. Then you're going to go on defense, learn Terrell Williams' defense. Like there's
Yeah.
so many things you're going to have to learn. I don't think he's going to be an A+ player at both spots. So
No.
like I I don't know. I would much rather take the boring, lame pick of Will Campbell, which is why I kind
Yes.
of don't want Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter to be there at 4. I want to take the decision off the table.
Yeah, a hundred
And I know
percent.
that's not Patriots fans like, that's not
No,
what they
of
want.
course not. But it's also I like that idea because it's going to show what this new Patriots regime is about. Like when all your obvious options are off the table, what is your decision? Like when you really gotta figure it out and there is nothing on the table that screams you'd be dumb not to take this player, and basically the whole board's wide open. What are you doing with it?
Mhm. Yeah. Like, do you stick and pick? Sure. Like, I don't care if you take Campbell, Tet, whoever at 4. I mean, I guess it's really between those two at 4 if you think about it. Like, you can talk about tight ends, whatever. I don't care if you reach a player that people, oh, I would take him at 9, but not at 4. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Like, do you trade back a little bit? Like, who do you trade with? Like, what do you end up doing? I know there's a team, the Saints, they might want to trade up.
yeah,
There's a few teams, but I look at all these options and it's like Abdul Carter, that'd be awesome. You have him on defense. He's going to terrorize the quarterback. You got him, Barmore, Milton Williams. You got Keon White still over there. Like that, you got Harold
enticing.
Landry, kind of blitz packages coming into. That sounds great. You get Travis Hunter. God, you've seen him play on offense. Like, I can't wait. God forbid he plays a little bit maybe on defense too.
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
have Christian
It seems like it would be
Gonzalez,
mostly
Carlton
defense, a little on
Davis,
offense, and if we get like, I don't know if the new regime is going to sprinkle in Marcus Jones on offense too,
yeah.
but it is an entertaining thought. Do I think it's practical?
Mhm.
Do I want it? No. But if you sit back and you daydream and you wonder about it, like it could be really
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. Yeah, but guess what? You know what else is really fun? I went to the store yesterday. They have some of the they have like a shit ton of candy. I don't know what holiday. Easter. Easter's coming up. They got Easter candy, right? You know what would have been awesome, Liam? I was hungry. I wanted to get the Skittles bag of jelly beans, the Sour Patch Kids one. I wanted to get all this stuff because I think about it. It's gonna taste good. I might get a little bit of energy. This is some good
Yeah.
stuff. But you know what I fucking got? I got chicken because I had to make chicken that night. Because
Yeah.
sometimes you got to eat what you don't want to eat. You know it's still going to be good for you. You know it's better for you in the long run. That's Will Campbell. It's a
Yes.
boring pick, but if you
Yeah.
want to protect Drake May's blind side, not only that, if you want to just solidify the left side of your line, that's
Yeah.
what you need to do because if Drake May has time, he has the receiving core, the weapons, the offensive coordinator to succeed right now. Obviously,
Yes.
you want to get him as much help as possible, and you can do that next year. People, Drake May, it's not just a 1 year thing. This is hopefully an 8, 12 year build with him. So you can do a
Yes.
lot of stuff
Of
with him.
course.
So why not just like, I don't know, before you start doing all this plastic surgery, why not make sure your health's right before you start doing everything?
A
You
hundred
know,
percent. Like
like I don't
we were
know.
so competitive in games last year and lost one score close games where we thought we could have been in. And I don't think the receiving core is very good. I wouldn't say they're
It's
completely
not great.
shit, but yeah, I wouldn't say they're completely shit. I wouldn't say they're the worst receiving core in the league like some Patriots fans probably would, but they're definitely not great. They're not in the top 15, probably not in the top 20, but they're fine. And now you get Stephon Diggs, who I now follow him on Instagram. Workout videos look unbelievable. The
Yep.
dude is fucking putting him out there.
Yep.
Um, so at least with him, assumably you backload some of the draft or mid-load some of the draft with wide receivers,
Hmm.
get even the littlest bit better. I think all the receivers that we had last year could benefit with more time to run their routes, more practice working with Stephon Diggs. If he sucks, if he's dog shit, at very least he can tell the other guys, I annihilated the league for 9 years doing this. I did this. And when they do this, I did this. At very least, you get that, which makes everyone just the slightest bit better. So, good offensive line will help everyone. It's the Bill Belichick quote: rising tides raise all boats.
Yes, that's because how many times did we see plays that were rushed, receivers that were getting open,
Yeah.
but Drake May didn't have time to throw because he was getting pressure from
That
Vidarian Low.
last that play that forced overtime against the Titans, where Drake May just made magic and
Yep,
just broke 12 tackles
yep.
to eventually find who? Ramondre
Ramondre.
Stevenson in the background. Our fucking wide receivers couldn't get open, so he found our running back in the
Hmm.
end zone. Unbelievable stuff like that. Just proof. Like I don't want to rely on Drake May for those plays. Can he do it? Yes. Will he need to do it? Probably a handful of times. I don't want to
Yeah.
fucking rely on that. We don't need that.
No, just solidify what's in front of him. Give him time to throw because now
Yeah.
not only just all that, I feel like a lot of people are forgetting, and not in a bad way, just because there's so much other things to talk about. Josh McDaniels can draw up a good scheme where it's like, hey, if nothing's there, here's your check down, here's your dump off, like here's that, like we are going to like drill it into your head mentally 3 4 seconds. If nothing's there, either try to take off and run or just look at Antonio Gibson leaking out of the backfield, hit
Yes.
Hunter Henry who is directly in front of you like this waiting for the ball. Like that
Yeah.
this is going to be built into the offense, so we're not even going to need May to do all this. So why not just get a good offensive lineman to help? Like
Yeah.
why not? Like I don't know. And
Yeah.
we'll
But
we'll
it's
talk more
boring.
about Will
That's you
Campbell.
nailed it. It's fucking
Yeah,
boring.
yeah, it's
I
very
get
boring. Then
it.
the measurements came out and fucked everybody's brains up.
Yeah. But like, I would imagine the first ever pick for the Baltimore Ravens as a franchise when they moved from Cleveland to Baltimore overnight. Their first pick ever was Jonathan Ogden. And I bet anyone in Baltimore was like, oh
Hated it.
my God, we're starting with a tackle. And he's a monster. And granted, Jonathan Ogden was a beast in college, but like still no one's getting fired up about that. When the
Nope.
Rams took Orlando Pace in the first round, he was a fucking Heisman candidate, a Heisman finalist as an offensive lineman. Never happens. Call him the pancake man. I bet they still weren't excited. And he was a
Hmm.
generational offensive line prospect. I get it. It's not a sexy pick.
Yeah, but we've seen like Patriots fans. How far have we fallen? It used to be the joke where we'd be like, Belichick, they're going to draft an offensive lineman. It's not going to be
Yeah.
sexy, but guess what? It's what you need. Whatever. Now all of a sudden it's let's get the Heisman Trophy. Let's draft a running
Yeah.
back with the
A
fourth
hundred
pick. Let's
percent.
draft a tight end. Like
We've
no, no,
lost our
no.
way. We used to have it. We used to, mostly because Belichick would just waterboard us
Yeah,
with
no matter what.
this is
Yeah.
how we play football. This is how we play football. If there's not a champion offensive lineman in the first round, we're trading out. And
Mhm.
fans would be like, I bet we're gonna take an offensive lineman. I bet we're gonna trade out. And they were beaten into that mindset and they were okay with it because they were just used and abused for years and then rewarded with unprecedented success. So they were shut the fuck up about the draft because it was going to work. But
Mhm.
now he's a long afterthought, unfortunately. His tenure soured toward the end. Everyone has a bad opinion of him. So the pendulum swings hard and everyone's like, let's go get the fucking exciting
Yep.
guy. You're like, oh, dude, it
Yeah, no,
doesn't
let's
work.
change it. Let's not be the same way. Let's do like,
Yeah,
let's get
dude,
something different.
we
It's like,
had
listen,
the
you're trying to put
blueprint. It was
solar
right
panels on the
there.
house. It's not even built.
Yeah, 100%. Oh,
Yeah, no, take that because especially in a draft like this where it's not top heavy, but it's not a horrible draft in like the mid rounds. So why not like get your offensive lineman and then get your skill position players second, third, fourth round?
yeah.
You're
That dude
good.
who just got arrested, Isaiah Bond, like, he's got a lot of problems, but like, I
But
actually
he
like him
should
as a
be available in
prospect.
the second or third round.
Yeah.
Should be. You have Trey Harris. You have so many people that should
That
be.
guy
You
from
have.
LSU.
I was just gonna say, yeah, you got a bunch of people. Jalen Royal. You got what's it? Jaden Higgins. You have a
Yeah.
lot of people that are available in that second and third round that you can get. Like, take the bullshit, take the mashed potatoes, take the broccoli in the first round, get the substance, and then get the sweet shit at the end. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. But we'll see. I can't wait to hear next week's episode when we talk about the draft. That's going to be exciting.
I'm so
Very pumped for
psyched.
that. Like
I
the
can't
draft
believe
is
it's right around the
finally here.
corner.
I know, man. And then we're good. And then we can
Yeah.
then we can actually I think this week too we're going to get the Patriots schedule, I believe, like the actual schedule too.
Yes.
So there'll be stuff to talk about there too with the draft episode, so that'll be good. But before we move on here, I do want to shout out two things. We'll start with Sports Spider this time. You've heard me
Good
say it.
catch.
Sports Spider with a Y, sports and then SPYDER. Type it into your browser, type it on your phone, wherever you are. Click the NFL tab, go to the Patriots. We're right there at the top. If we are not there, scroll down a little bit, maybe read a couple things while you're on there, but make sure you click the Tuck Rule Takes click little button or whatever. Listen to our thing, like, subscribe, comment, whatever. I don't care if you do that. Just listen
Talk a
to
little
us.
shit.
That's all I care about. Yeah, talk shit. We love talking shit. Although be gentle with Al though. Be gentle with Al. He can't.
Yeah.
He likes to
He's a
dish it, but he
sensitive
can't take it.
flower.
Yeah, he can't take it. It's fine. It's fine. That's actually why he's not here. He's just feeling down.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't even know if that's why. Sorry, Al.
He went to,
Um,
no, it's Probably not.
Yeah,
he
probably no,
went
he's good.
yeah,
More
no,
like I think he's good.
he went to the Matty B school of thought. So
All right. Next, speaking of Matty B, Couch Guy Sports, the OGs, the ones who got us here. If you've been listening since episode one, that's where Liam and I came from. Couch Guy Sports. Al actually ran it at that point. He put us together. Go to Couch Guy Sports. Check out Tuck Rule
what a
Takes there.
guy.
Celtics are officially the second seed. Playoffs are going to be starting soon. Go listen to the Rafters podcast as well. That is also on Couch Guy Sports. And my co-host Liam actually hosts that one. So go take a listen to that as well. Tuck Rule Takes. We are everywhere. We're also on wherever, Apple, Spotify, wherever you listen to things, watch them. Go check them out. But I did just a quick thing. It's kind of been making the rounds earlier in the week. Mike Vrabel had a quick little 3 minute kind of intro video, basically like your first day of school video that like teachers would say to you on day one. That's literally how it felt. Liam, I know you didn't get to watch all of it. You are one of the few people who do not have Twitter, so you just could not watch
Yeah,
it.
try and keep
The
it that way.
bullet points though, basically he wants everybody there to treat the staff and everybody with respect. They're not there to clean up their messes, to do all this stuff. Treat everybody with respect. One thing he said, he wants your hoodies off during meetings. um that was an interesting one. I think he just, it's like a professional thing. You're kind of latching on to that last little bit. Also, don't fall asleep. Very easy to sleep incognito with a hoodie. Take that off. Be on time. Very straightforward. Then he also said cell phones, silence your cell phones. He had like a funny little joke. He was like, if your cell phone rings, don't cough, don't try to sneeze. We all know what a cell phone sounds like. Just turn it off, put it on vibrate. No cell phones in the gym. That was another thing he said. I
Nice.
thought that was a good one. It really just kind of, if you're going to be late, call. It's not an issue, but if you do it more than once, it's an issue. It was the most straightforward shit, Liam, but the way that everybody was reacting to it, Patriots fans, media, we were like, this is awesome. Like he's laying down the rules, all that. That's how dark it is right now in Patriots
Right.
Nation. Just your normal run of the mill elementary school, here are your rules video gets us
Yeah.
pumped up for the season. Like
We're
there's an adult in the
satisfied
room.
with okay. It's unbelievable how the
Yeah.
mighty have fallen.
Yeah, I had to bring it up there just so then because it is a thing going on right now. I guess the Patriots account has taken it down since then. I don't know why. Although I do think it's kind of weird that it even got put out.
I couldn't find it
Um
anywhere, but yeah, I think a lot of this is
yeah,
weird,
they
and
took it
I
down.
wonder because obviously I follow the Patriots very closely. I wonder if any other organization does this because I don't know many ones that just post basically every press conference of the coach. It's maybe because we have a new head coach,
Hmm,
but
it's probably
I
why.
just wonder like if I was a loyal Dolphins fan when they hired Mike McDaniel the first go around and was every fucking introductory press conference, every press conference that he did aired to the public going up to that first season. I truly have no idea. I
Hmm.
wonder. But
Yeah, I don't know either, but I think I'm sure every team like on their accounts, they probably post a little bit more if it's like your first time head coach or first time whatever, kind of like you just said. So I get that. Kind of have like your live stream of it or whatever. But yeah, it is kind of like okay, like we get it. Okay. We're all jazzed up. We're all excited that Vrabel's here and everything. Like, we don't need, every single video. Like, when they do quick little, locker room interviews with like your coordinators or your like secondary tier coaches or whatever, those don't get posted. Those are more just like clips from
yeah,
reporters and stuff. So, yeah, but no, they clearly want, like Robert Kraft, the Patriots, they want the fan base to be excited again. So I think that's why you're seeing more of like the Vrabel stuff. But again, I don't know why they took this down. I don't know if maybe they think like retroactively it makes Mayo look bad because it's like, oh, we're gonna post that like basically we have just a normal adult in the room, but we don't want like I
or
don't know
maybe
why
like
they
that it's
took it down.
condescending to players. Like I wonder what their thought process
Yeah,
was. Because whatever
yeah.
it was misplaced. Because you should just leave it up. Like if you put
Mhm.
anything up and delete it, I think you're way too
Oh, it
insecure. Or
looks
at the very
worse.
least, yeah, you're thinking too much about it. Yes, 100%. Because you notice that they
Mhm.
deleted, and then you're like, why did they do that?
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, Vrabel's here. We're all excited. Can't wait to see him go out there. I guess Tuesday they're going to be or he's going to have another press conference. Get ready to see that. It's going to be about like the draft, I guess, or it's going to be like his last press conference before the draft. So I'm sure we'll get some more insight there. Voluntary workouts did start though this week or last week, I guess, as you're listening to this. You're not on Twitter, so you don't know. You don't listen to local radio, so you don't know.
Thank
Not
God.
neither do I, since I'm obviously not local anymore. But I do just watch like the snippets on YouTube. The people were making a big deal that Stefan Diggs wasn't at voluntary. I mean, Carlton Davis wasn't at voluntary workouts. You know, your big ticket corner, you got him. He wasn't there, all because some Twitter account posted a video of him working out, not in the Patriots facility or whatever. So the next day, radio gets it. They're like, that's crazy. You're paying him how much? He's not going to show up. Like, kind of weird, whatever. You saw a lot of people tweeting about it. Oh, God, character issues, blah, blah, blah. Come to find out, Liam, you'll never guess. He was there.
No
It was an
shit.
old
People are
video.
so
Dude,
ridiculous.
it was an old video and like I got so annoyed and it's just
Oh
you
my
have these
God.
people now, these accounts who are not like professional Twitter beat writer accounts, but they're like your Twitter famous Patriots accounts. You know what I mean? Where it's like
Yeah.
they're the ones who like they have, thousands of followers, pretty decent following. They don't get any leaks or whatever, but just they do tweet out the information as well. And that's where this video came from. That person apologized. Oh, I guess this video was from before or whatever. Yeah, dude, maybe like vet your sources before you do this stuff.
A
Like
100%.
it's
Yeah.
so it's just like the people who are like, oh,
Or at
like
least
they
don't make
actually
stark accusations.
exactly do like
Could be
don't
like,
make
well,
these
this
brash
looks like he's
comments.
not at the Patriots facility. I don't know anything, but this looks like he's not at the facility.
Yeah, just be like, oh, I don't know, like wonder if he's there, like whatever. Yeah, he ended up being there. Like
Yeah.
it just it's stupid to me. It's just like they were talking on 98.5 Felger and Maz were talking about how
Oh
Abdul Carter
God.
is falling in the draft. And the first thing they said, Felger was like, I don't know, like is it I don't know, like it can't be the injury. The other co-host goes, are they character issues? He's like, that's what I'm thinking. I don't know. Now all of a sudden Abdul Carter has character issues.
Yeah.
Like what?
So ridiculous.
Shut up. And this it's crazy watching a narrative get built in front of your eyes and you're like, what are we doing?
You're like, wow. You're like, I just watched you lie, and now the public's gonna believe it.
And now it's a thing because it will get on social media, and that's how a lot of these things kind of start. Remember, what was it, months ago now at this point? There was the whole thing where Gerard Mayo was going to be suing Robert Kraft, maybe, and all this
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, what happened with that? You hear anything?
Crickets, radio
Nothing.
silent.
Nothing. Were your ears to the street? Did you hear anything, in scuttlebutt in the mean streets of Massachusetts? Nothing.
Nothing. No
Nothing.
one
Because there
cares.
probably was never nothing. I mean, there was never anything. He was probably
Yeah.
just pissed. Like that's all it was. Like, and I remember people like, oh, if what I'm hearing is true, this might be more than draft picks. This might be fines. Kraft might have to step down. What? So
Like,
like why?
shut up.
Why? And it's frustrating for me because I work from home, so I am sitting here latched on to these things because I need something to get me through the
Of
day.
course.
And like I hate when I know that they're blatantly false and I gotta see it all day, people talking about it, and oh my God, what's going on? So moral of the story, everybody who you want to be at Patriots voluntary workouts was there.
Yeah.
Everybody was there. Carlton Davis
Good.
was there.
Yeah.
Stefan Diggs was there, who you brought it up real quick before.
I
Stefan
can't
Diggs
believe he
was,
went.
he looked good.
Of course he
He
did.
looked fucking
It's
good,
fucking
dude.
unbelievable.
God, you say there was a video he posted where like whoever was recording was like, "Hey, you don't have to go 100%." He flipped off the camera and then like
Yeah.
ran like the drill 100%, and it was
Yeah.
like, dude, I think he might be ready week 1.
I think he will. I think he will.
I
He
think
totally has something to prove, and like it's a complete and total cliche, but like that's how you get motivated. And like somebody like Stefan Diggs, who's been on the highest horse that there's ever been, that he everyone's told him he's the best receiver in the league, and there's always been an argument for it.
Mhm.
Now all of a sudden everyone thinks he sucks, and like there actually are a ton of people that think he's gonna blow. So now he has an opportunity to fuel that flame. I don't blame him. And as a Patriots fan, just super psyched to see it. Like I said, even if he blows, the team's going to benefit, but I don't think he will.
No, I don't think he will either. I mean, I guess the only way he might is if you have these expectations that he's going to hit a certain number. But if you just go into it kind of saying like, listen, I just want him to be productive in the offense. I don't think you're going to be let down at all.
No.
I mean, if you think he's going to have 1,500 yards or something, 100 catches, you might be let down, I guess, because maybe he won't. He might have 80 something catches. He
Yeah,
might have 1,100 yards. I don't know, but I don't even want to put a number on it. I'm just happy that he's here. He's in the building. He looks healthy. He's
whatever it
running
is,
routes
he'll be
really
better than
well.
what we've got.
He immediately he makes everything better because now Keyshawn Booty was going to have to be kind of like your pseudo number one, and
Yeah,
they were probably going to draft someone too, but just kind of talking generally. But now Diggs being there pushes everybody down. Keyshawn Booty's a fine number two.
he's a
Kendrick Bourne is a
monster.
fine number three or two if he has to. Pop
Yeah,
Douglas is good in his spot.
yeah, perfect slot guy.
Yeah, and like we keep saying, God forbid Baker or Polk get their act together.
Which I
That'd be great
kind of
too.
sort of still believe.
I think so too. I think at least one of them will be. And then obviously I do still believe they're going to draft someone, so I'm not really worried about it. I'm pumped that Stephon Diggs is here. I think it's going to be a very, very, very interesting offseason seeing him play. The first time we see him on the practice field catching passes from Drake May,
Yeah.
oh, buddy,
Oh, it's going to be
I
magic. How do you
cannot
feel about
wait.
number 8? Because we talked about this number a bit ago, the number change for Stephon Diggs, because it clearly wasn't going to be 14. That's Spillane. Wasn't going to be number 1. How do you
Yeah,
feel
because
about
that's
8?
cold. Um, I don't know. I don't love number eight on anybody, whether it's
Yeah.
quarterback, running back, whatever it happens to be. Ah, I don't know. Like I don't know why. Is it because it's like a round number? So like I don't see like one is like a straight line. It looks fast, like it's a solid thing. 88 is cool because it has like the history of all the 88s that have worn it. It
Yeah.
looks good. It's big. It takes up the jersey. Eight like I
Just
don't
looks
know.
weird.
Yeah, I mean I guess
I
I'll be
still don't
honest. I
like the
don't like
single
it.
number thing for wide receivers. Yeah, like I'm just
Oh,
not crazy about it.
dude, the only
So,
single number I'll take is one for a receiver. Other than that,
yeah.
no.
A
No.
100%. It looks dumb. Yeah. So like I'm probably a little biased because of that. Like I don't like the single digits aspect of it. But like 8, like out of all the single digit numbers you can go with, like I think seven's so badass. Obviously. The
Mhm.
our Lord and Savior, the slickest, the quickest, so Michael Vick wore it. And like number 1 is obviously a motherfucker number. And
Mhm.
5, my favorite quarterback ever, rep number 5. I dig it. That's one of my lucky numbers, one of my favorites. But then after that, like 9 can be cool. Still don't love it on Booty. Like I liked
Yeah.
80. I like that he had 80 and he
80 is
changed it.
good.
80's baller and he
Dude,
changed
80 is
it.
a solid wide receiver. Troy
Super
Brown,
solid. Yeah,
like,
a
come on.
hundred
80
percent.
is good.
Yeah, so I was
Ugh.
bummed when he got rid of that. But like, yeah, I mean after 1, 5, 7, I'm uninterested. I was like,
Yeah,
God damn it.
and guess what, dude? Our wide receiver core is filled with single digits. We
I
got
know.
8, we got 9, we got 6,
3,
we got 1, we got 3.
yeah,
God, Kendrick Bourne is the only one who's doing it the right way,
I
84.
know. Good
Like
man.
that's I didn't even think of
Old
that. We
monkey,
do.
old school.
We have 1, 3, 8, 9, 6. I don't know why I
Yeah.
did it like that, but that's that.
Yeah, we
Goddamn, we
had
might have
2
the worst
last year with
receiver.
Osborne.
Oh my god, yeah, two. No,
2 is gross. I hate
no,
2.
no. Two is a quarterback number all day.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Two
even then,
all
I
day
can't think of a
quarterback.
good quarterback that was number 2.
No, 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 no. I don't even. Ooh, that's a good one. Best players to wear certain numbers. We'll do
Ooh,
that. That's
we
a good
should
one.
do
I like
that.
that. I
Yeah.
like that.
First offhand, just a quick snippet of what we get into. Best player to wear 88 for the Patriots.
Patriots. I don't know why my head automatically went to Martellus Bennett, and I don't. I wish it didn't. I really wish it didn't go to that. Fuck. 88. I'm stuck on Martellus Bennett.
Bummer.
Who do you got? Who would you do for
I liked what was his name? Sam Akins. He
Sam Aiken was
hardly
good.
ever
Yeah.
played, but I liked him. Was Torrey Holt 88 for the short time that he was here?
Was he? I don't know. No, wasn't he?
He was
No,
84. 84.
I don't think
That's
so. He
still a good
was.
number.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know who's 88 right now?
Uh No.
Jaheim Bell.
Oh yeah, the what should be a fullback, but he's not. Okay,
Yep.
I got it here. All the players to wear 88.
I just pulled it up too, dude. I will
Oh,
tell you one
Christian
thing.
Fourier. Christian
This
Fourier
is this
is
is
the
not
clear
this is not
lock.
a murderer's row. Mike
Uh,
Gesicki.
yeah, Terry Glenn.
Um,
Terry
I
Glenn.
I was just gonna say Terry Glenn might have to be like by default the
Oh,
one.
wait. The immortal Matt Mulligan. He caught that
I
touchdown against the
forgot about Matt
Falcons.
Mulligan. Yep,
Yeah, he
yep.
was a monster. Scotty Washington, he had that tip. That ended up being a touchdown. Mac Jones threw it against the Bengals. It was tipped and caught by, I believe, Kendrick
Okay, yep,
Bourne.
yep. I
So
remember.
Scotty Washington was complete ass. Yeah, definitely not a murderer's row here. No, no eye-opening names. Oh, Kyle
Yikes.
Brady. Brady to Brady was
Yeah,
fun for the one
I'll
year
go
that it
Terry
happened.
Glenn. I'm going Terry
Yeah,
Glenn.
I gotta go
Yeah,
Christian Fourier. I thought he
Christian
was a
Fourier is a
monster.
good one.
Scott Chandler, when he played B's tight end for the Bills, came over. Quite sure he won a Super Bowl with us. He was the fucking man. I
Oh, dude, I
love
thought he was
Scott.
gonna be. Yep, I thought he was gonna be the one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll ask you one just a final one, which is gonna be easy
yeah.
once we go over it. Favorite number one for the Patriots.
Ooh, favorite number one. I mean, obviously for me, it's a no-brainer. It's obviously Cam Newton.
Yeah, N'Keal Harry. Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah, dude, it's
Yeah.
it's not that good. Do you know who? Oh God, this is. Do you want to hear the three receivers who have had number one?
Let
N'Keal
me see if I
Harry.
can name him. Hold on. I want to see if I can
Well,
name him.
you know
So it's
N'Keal Harry, so okay,
yeah,
go.
so it's obviously N'Keal Harry, Jalen Polk, and Devontae Parker.
Buddy. Just not great.
Fucking not a good
Not
number.
a
The
great list
curse
of
number.
ones. God, yeah, I'd have to go with you, Cam Newton.
It's got to be Cam.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
got to go Cam Newton with that one.
we'll do a show, the best Patriots to wear each number, and on
Yeah,
that,
I
I
like
just
that.
can't wait to make Al say Cam Newton.
I like he's going. There's no other person to say. There's
Hmm.
no other person to say. So
I'm
it has
so
to be that one.
excited.
It has
Yeah,
to be that one. All right. Lastly, unless I was going to talk about just some potential trades the Patriots could make. Nothing crazy. Just a few minutes on that. Do you have anything else you want to jump into or you
nada.
want to talk about? All right. So I guess it's out there, and this started from Twitter too. So we don't even know how fucking serious it is. But someone asked Greg Bedard, Patriots writer, "Hey, you keep talking about this potential blockbuster trade the Patriots are going to do. Is this just you throwing shit at a wall, or do you know something?" And he says, "I know." So, what that led people to believe is that the Patriots are still trying to get some sort of a trade going, which he did clarify because someone was like, "Oh, is a possible blockbuster trade on the horizon?" Bedard was like, "That's not even what I said." Blah blah blah. He was just saying that they're still trying to get to get
Is
someone.
he a reliable source?
Not like he's a legitimate reporter, writer, but it's one of those things where he, just like anybody else, kind of throws shit at a wall. He's been duped by Twitter DMs before as well.
Okay.
So it's like, I don't know, but he does kind of know things, although he's someone who said Christian Barmore has character issues. He's someone like
Okay.
that too. So
He
like
falls for it.
so I don't know, but it is also it's been out there this whole offseason that the Patriots have been trying to do some sort of blockbuster trade, potential draft day trade. We don't need to get into specifics. Is there anybody that you thought of? I mentioned one before, so I'll kind of kick it off. That the Patriots could make a blockbuster trade for Chris Olave. I could see that as like a draft day trade, kind of like they trade back with the Saints. You get Olave, you switch with the fourth and the ninth pick, I believe it was. So I could see that, and I think Olave would also be a good addition too. So it's not just like you're throwing bullshit trades at the wall just to get him out there. Um, but yeah, I could see that, even though I don't know why the same like I don't know why teams are so eager to trade away good players. Um, but I mean, if the Saints want to move up, because I guess Carr got hurt, so they need a quarterback. So let's just say Shador Sanders is there at four. Patriots don't want to take Shador Sanders, obviously, because we have Drake May. You could trade back with New Orleans. That's an option. Maybe they want to jump up. I could see that happening. But yeah, Chris Olave is one of them. You have any off the top of your head you were thinking of, or that you could see the Patriots maybe
Love
realistically
Chris
doing?
Olave, and that seems the most like realistic one to me because I understand why both sides would want to do that trade.
Yeah.
I I don't know. Like any of the ones that I really like seem super unrealistic. Like I think we talked about it a month ago on the show, maybe, but the trade back to seven for Garrett Wilson. I don't know why the fucking Jets would ever give us Garrett Wilson. They are the
Nope.
Jets, so maybe they would, but it just seems super unrealistic to me.
Yeah, it seems
I,
too dumb, doesn't it? Like it seems like
yeah,
a fireable offense.
yeah, like I just don't know why they would ever want to do that. I I guess what we were saying earlier, like trading down to somewhere between 6 to 9, nice. Like to try and get a player like Tyler Warren, I think would be really cool. It's not exactly box office. He's not a player in the league right now, but I think that would be fucking spectacular. But other than that, like there's nothing that really moves the needle for me. I had this idea and I don't know why they would ever do it. But he does kind of sort of have character issues, I guess, if you consider driving 120 on the highway, getting pulled over, and I think he did it twice, a character issue kind of thing. The Vikings parting ways with Jordan Addison. I
Hmm.
don't know if they would do that or why they would do that, but like something like that interested me where they just locked up JJ to a huge deal.
Hmm.
It would be nice to have a second receiver, and they're probably going to keep him for McCarthy's sake. But yeah, like just something like that. Like I was just trying to rack my brain on like who are the number twos that are really good in the league right now that could be worth that trade, that are young, don't have injury issues, aren't fat, like players that would actually be worth going to get.
Hmm.
And then you have the players like Chris Olave who do have the injury issues, but he's so fucking good.
They're
And if he
so
was on a
good though.
team that was competent, he would be so much better than he is. And I already think he's really good. I think I've drafted him in fantasy every year since he's been
Yep,
drafted.
he's worth it.
I love him. He's a monster. When he plays, he's a beast. So players like that, where it's just like it's how the old Patriots used to operate, where you just see a guy on another team and you're like, man, you are just being used so wrong. We can get you good.
Could you see, and this kind of a crazy one because I could, this trade has been talked about kind of all off season. AJ Brown, you think there's any movement with him?
No, no, you
Like
can't do it. You
I don't
absolutely
even think
can't
like
do
just
it.
just strictly like a draft day trade because I think if giving up
Yeah.
the fourth pick for
I think the
AJ Brown
Patriots
is
would
too
do it.
much.
No, I think
You
he
think
already
that'd
got
be
traded. He got traded for the fourth pick for the Birds. Like I
yeah.
I think you if the Patriots got that opportunity, I think they would do it. I just don't think the Eagles would ever do it. It
No,
doesn't
there's
make
no
any
reason
sense.
for him to. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Why
Like they have
would you?
no
Because he's
reason
not
to give
too
him up.
disgruntled.
No.
Like,
And like, yeah, maybe he'll bitch and moan. And if he does, then you trade him at midseason for the same price that you get now, maybe even a couple picks because the team would be more desperate. But yeah, no, like I just don't know why that would ever happen. I think he's totally worth it. Like he's another
yeah,
one where
I
I bet
love him.
other teams are looking at him and going, the Eagles just aren't using you right because they have Saquon and they're just not in the situation to really give you all the targets that you
And they have
deserve.
Jalen Hurts, who isn't like just strictly a passing
Yeah, no,
quarterback,
he's a fantastic passing
He's
quarterback.
fine
He
at
proved
it,
that with
but
that. No, he's incredible at it. But
he's fine.
that's
He's
not the
okay.
issue. They don't need to pass. They're unbelievably dominant in the run. Why the
Hmm.
fuck would you pass? It's the
Yep.
same reason that good wide receivers in free agency never go to the Ravens. Like you're not going to get the ball, dog.
Yeah.
They're going to run the
No
ball.
reason.
So I can totally see AJ Brown being an appealing option, but I don't think the Eagles would do it. If they did, I'd be
No.
solemnly disappointed in them and then happy that he went to the Patriots.
It just wouldn't make sense. Just like I saw, like TJ Watt is a name out there where I guess
Yeah,
like him and the
that
Steelers are
one
at
would
an
be sweet,
impasse. That would be good. But
but
one,
he's
I don't
also
see the
hurt all the
Steelers.
time.
I wouldn't, if I was the Steelers, I don't know why you'd trade them to the Patriots, a team that has like basically been your rival for the last like
Yeah,
15 years. Like, I'm not going to
100%.
do that, and I know us fans make more of a deal out of that than it is, but I do think that like I don't know why you would want to trade him to the Patriots. Like that doesn't make sense. I also
Yeah,
don't know why you'd want to trade him. Just work something out. So I know that's a name. I don't know if that's going to work. Trey Hendrickson from obviously pass rusher from
yeah,
the Bengals, that's one too. I guess
it's
the Patriots
interesting.
betting odds, like they're the team to land him if he does get traded. Um, I guess I
Would you
could
be
see that
satisfied with that
happening.
though? We trade the number 4 pick for Trey Hendrickson. Would you be psyched? And then we get the
No,
Bengals pick.
no,
Yeah, that
not at
would be
all.
great.
Not at all. Because then because what we'd be picking what 20, what's that,
Something.
sixth or something, somewhere around there, right? Somewhere
Uh,
either way. So you'll be in like the mid to late 20s. Like, yeah, I'm not thrilled about that because then it kind of goes back to my same thing where it's like I'd love to have Abdul Carter. That's awesome. But also like pass rusher isn't such a pressing need anymore on this team.
the Bengals have 17.
Oh, 17. Okay. Still though, I mean, I don't know. I guess you could get him
Pretty far
and then get a
back.
receiver at 17, but then it's like you still need a left tackle.
Yeah.
Like, no, I think I am all in on a left tackle. Like
Yeah.
that's
A
my
hundred
thing.
percent. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, so that's why
Yeah.
like all these blockbuster trades and I really brought it up just to kind of not shit on it, but really just to be like, I don't think there's going to be anyone unless they're
Yeah.
trading any pick other than the fourth pick. Then sure, there might be. Like, say they do
There's
give
not a
up.
lot of value that's worth the 4th pick out there.
No, there isn't. And like, are just pick AJ Brown? Are the Eagles going to give up AJ Brown for a second, two thirds, in next year's first, even or next year's second? Like, no, you'd be stupid. Just keep him.
Yeah,
Like,
a
it
hundred
just
percent.
that it does. Chris Olave, that too. Like, I guess maybe you
That
could
one makes
probably
more
trade.
sense to me because they want a quarterback and they want to move up. And like, if you have a great receiver and no quarterback, it doesn't matter. So you might as well get a good quarterback and
They're
have no
drafting
receivers
ninth,
to figure it out.
right?
I think so. I think it
Yeah.
is
So
10th.
see, that would make sense because you can still they can get their quarterback, you can get another receiver, and you can still draft maybe, hopefully, Will Campbell or Banks to be your
Yeah.
left tackle with the
But
nine. So
that's
I'd be fine
assuming,
with that.
that's assuming because I think people only really want Ward and Sanders. Ward's a lock, and then Sanders is kind of iffy, but he's probably going to go to either the Browns or I don't know, maybe the Giants. Probably not, but
Yeah.
like
I don't know, but
they'd
I don't
have to
know.
be certain that Sanders is going to be there.
They definitely, yeah, yeah, they would have to. So I don't know. Maybe draft day we get some movement. I think that'd be the only trade I'd be down with, is because,
Yeah,
like I said, you're still in the top 10, so you can still get a starting left tackle, and you got a receiver. You probably picked up another pick too, maybe an additional second or third or something like that. So I'm fine with that. Everything else though, listen, man, like I don't think the Patriots are going to get anybody big. They did all their signings. They're going to draft now. If a trade falls into their lap to trade back or move up or whatever, sure. I don't see it. And I'm cool with
yeah,
that. I'm cool with them
yeah,
staying where they are.
totally.
Very much cool with it.
Yeah,
So,
I agree completely. It's time the rubber needs to meet the road. Let's make a fucking decision.
yeah. And it will be. And it will be. And next week, Al will be here. So we'll do our draft thing. We'll probably talk about the Patriots schedule as well. Did you have anything else you want to get into before we get out of here?
No, I think that puts a bow on it.
Now then, we're good. So, Al, we missed you this episode, but we'll see you next week. Liam, enjoy your vacation, sir. You've
Best
earned it.
believe I will.
Get out of here. Safe, be safe, but not too safe
No
because you still want to live a
promises.
little bit on the edge. You
Yeah,
still want to live a little
marginally
on the edge.
unsafe.
So,
Of course.
but yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Big draft episode, and then we're at the draft, and then we're basically into football. So let's go. Patriots, sweet feet, all the good shit. Will Campbell. Draft Will Campbell no matter what.
Short arms.
There it is. Short arms, T Rex. See you later.
Later.